The hearing will come to order. Good afternoon, everyone. This is the first hearing of the year. Today we will be talking about Army modernization. It's an important topic in its own right. We always want to make sure our men and women in uniform have the best arms and equipment on the battlefield. But it's also an opportunity to think about the long term, because we cannot arm ourselves against the threats of the 21st century until we are clear about what those threats are. And here I want to say the National Security Strategy and National Defense Strategy got it just about right. We're in an era of renewed great power competition, which means Russia and China are the gravest threats we face today. Now, is Islamic terrorism still a threat? Yes, of course. The development of Iran and nuclear North Korea programs, are those deeply alarming? Yes, they are. But China and Russia are building advanced new weapon systems to rival our own capabilities, and in some cases, we are already falling behind those countries, and it would be much worse were they to ally against us. 2 years ago, Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster told this committee the Army was already outranged and outgunned, so just imagine what's happened in the last 2 years. I'm glad to see the Army has made progress on some of these challenges. Since last October, Army leadership, especially Deputy Secretary McCarthy, have taken great strides in improving our acquisition policy. They've announced a modernization command. They've created several cross-functional teams to manage key programs. This is all very good. I know the committee would very much like to hear more about the status of some of these programs. In particular, long-range fires, integrated mobile air defense, next-generation ground combat vehicles, the future of vertical lift, mobile communication networks, the distributed common ground system Army, active protection systems, and alternative force designs. Though we certainly want to hear about programmatic timelines, we're especially interested in figuring out how we can get these capabilities into the hands of our soldiers. The National Defense Authorization Act asked the Army to come up with a strategy for modernization. So we want to know, what is that strategy? What do you think the battlefield of tomorrow looks like? What does mobile combined arms maneuver look like in 10 years? How can we integrate the Army within the joint force battle space? To help answer these and other questions, we're joined today by a panel of distinguished general officers. Lieutenant General Joe Anderson, the Deputy Chief of Staff, G357. Lieutenant General John Murray, Deputy Chief of Staff, G8. Lieutenant General Paul Ostrowski, the Principal Military Deputy to the Assistant Secretary of the Army for Acquisition, Logistics, and Technology, and the Director of Army Acquisition Corps, and Major General Robert Dias, Acting Director of the Army Capabilities Integration Center. Gentlemen, thank you all for being here. We look forward to your testimony. Senator King.